Hi, and welcome to another Tuesday Tea Time with Soulful Pathways. We continue our Ayurveda series, and today I'll be talking about the yoga sequences for each of the doshas. So thanks for joining me today. Ayurveda has the three doshas that I've talked about before: Pitta, Kapha, and Vata. So Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata, remember, is air and ether. Pitta is water and fire. And Kapha is earth and water. So think of the air type of seasons. The cold, breezy, crisp season of fall. So that would be Vata. And then think of Pitta. Pitta is heat and water, summer. And then think of earth, mud, water, cold would be Kapha, would be winter. So in Ayurveda terms, we have three seasons. We have the early winter to winter, and then we have the summer, and then we have the fall. So let's talk about Vata first. And Vata is dry, cold, unstable. So what kind of yoga would you need for somebody to balance the cold, dry, and unstable? What you would need is to warm that person up a little bit. So how do you warm a person up? Through the yoga practice. We ground through warrior poses. We hold the poses just a little bit longer. We find stability and strength holding the poses so that you can find stability. Holding the poses so you can increase that warmth. So those are the types of yoga sequences and yoga poses that you would be creating in the Vata season or somebody who is Vata. All right, now let's talk about Pitta. Pitta people are more oily. They're still mobile, but mobile in the sense of continuously moving, where Vata is immobile, so they're constantly moving and stopping and moving and stopping and moving. Pitta people are more of a sprinter. They're more of a heat and raising the heat. Pitta is in the winter time. Pitta is in the summertime, heat, oily, and hot. So how would you balance somebody in the summer times? How would you balance somebody who has a quick temper, a hot temper? You would cool them down. So you would raise their heat up a little bit, and then you would bring them down into perhaps maybe child's pose or crocodile pose. Those very soothing, relaxing, cooling kinds of poses. Wide leg straddle poses are an excellent pose for Pitta people. They find strength within those poses, but they're also very grounding and very cooling and very stable. So now let's move on to the Kapha people. Kapha is stable. Kapha is more moist, cool, and even sometimes cold. Winter. So that's where we are in right now when I'm videotaping this right now. We're in winter. And the winter yoga season is about generating a little bit of warmth. So it's a continuous, slow moving yoga sequence. We're not going to be doing a lot of stopping, We're not going to be doing a lot of holding the poses for too long, because then it gets stagnant. It gets boring to the Kapha person. When are we going to get into Shavasana? When are we going to end up into Shavasana? So you bring that warmth into the body. You bring the heat into the body by a slow moving yoga sequence. A sun salutation would be excellent for a Kapha person and Kapha season. And then bring them into a lying down position where you're strengthening your legs, you're working your legs, you're strengthening and flexing your backside into bridge pose, into nose to knee pose. And finally, yes, the Kapha people enjoy their Shavasana. So finally, we would bring them into Shavasana. So I hope this helps. And so we're looking at different seasons to balance our bodies, but we're also looking at who we are as people and what yoga practice do we need to individualize our everyday, creative, balanced life. I hope this helps. Tuesday tea time, Soulful Pathways with Janine. Namaste.